Hello YouTube, this is Michael Kazmierski Dunn, if you guys don't know who I am, and welcome to episode 45 of the Blind Piper Reacts series. So this is kind of a continuation on episode 44. I found the singer I'd like to react to today her name is Hannah Alfaro. At least that's how I think you pronounce it. And I found Hannah the exact same session that I was trying to look for really good versions of Handel's aria Tornami vagheggiar, which is composed in 1735. And Hannah was one of these sopranos, and so I also subscribed to her. And last night she just uploaded herself singing the Queen of the Nights aria, which was composed by Mozart, which is one of the toughest arias. And I think I'm actually going to react to both this one as well as her really good version of one of the toughest arias I've ever heard. It's called Vorrei spiegarvi o Dio, also by Mozart. So first, here we have Hannah singing, it's called Der hohle Rache by Mozart. And I've reacted to a couple of versions of the Queen of the Nights aria before, so if this sounds like a repeat, I'm sorry about that, but I thought, if this is the most recent thing that Hannah uploaded, that this would be a really good, nice thing to react to. So first it starts out with Hannah explaining what the aria means, because obviously not everybody speaks German, so here we go.
This aria, this is the Queen of the Night's famous second aria, in which she is persuading her daughter to go kill Zarastro, or else she will be stoned forever. Persuaded.
And she's just accompanied by a piano. Whoa. Holy Matsilo, Hannah, as I said in my comment on your video. You really have a seriously hot vibrato. I love it. Love it. You're lucky to be taught to have a good vibrato. About 90% of most opera singers have really bad wobble vibratos, just to let you know. In fact, one of the most famous sopranos who did this piece was the worst soprano I've ever heard, Domrau. A little bit sharp on those notes. Whoa, really sharp. That first C ended up being a D. That was really sharp. Again, really sharp. That was pretty good on those A's. Really sharp there. I think you might be hammering the notes a little bit too much. And the ish, it literally sounds like ish, like an SH sound, ish. And it shouldn't sound like that. But even Christina Deutekom's version still sounds like ish. Here we go with the triplets. Again, like Leah Krasilovskaia's version, this literally sounds like quarter notes with a vibrato on them. I can't hear the individual triplets. I'm going to put a link to Christina Deutekom's version in the playlist, in the description here, so that you can hear how absolutely crisp her triplets are. Might be a little bit on the slower side for that vibrato on that A4. On average, that's almost B natural, not B flat. So that's Hannah singing the Queen of the Nights aria. And then I think the next piece I'll react to by her is, I've also reacted to this piece before. I've reacted to Emma Matthews singing this piece. Vorrei spiegarvi, o Dio, by Mozart. It's one of the toughest arias ever. And in that aria, there's almost 2.5 octave jump from a B3 to a D5. And understandably, a lot of opera singers, even including the great coloratura ones, separate that low note from that high note by either a pause or a breath or whatever. But Hannah goes the extra mile and literally sings those two notes that are super far apart in one syllable. And I had to comment to Hannah, like, oh my gosh, you're the first one I've ever heard that does that. I'm really proud of you for that. Holy Mazzillo again, Hannah. And by the way, if you guys don't know who Mazzillo is, he's one of the best Italian bagpipe makers in history. And yes, there are such things as Italian bagpipes. I can put a link to a recording of Mazzillo playing in the description, so that if you find this, Hannah, you will hear how really good Italian bagpipes sound. So anyway, enough chitter chatter. Let's just get right to it. Vorrei spiegarvi, o Dio, by Mozart. Okay, is it actually playing? Oh, okay. This is one of the few versions I've heard to be accompanied by just a piano. The only other versions I've heard, including Emma Matthews, Benita Valente, Beverly Hotch, Sabine Devielle, Elizabeth Parcells, etc., were all accompanied by an orchestra. This is a condensed piano accompaniment. And when I say condensed, that means you can only do so much with two hands, right? So it's not every single thing of the orchestra. Oh, here goes Hannah. Pretty good vibrato there. And keep in mind, when Hannah first started uploading videos, she was literally just a pop singer who sings basically, for fun, like most girls do, And so hearing her sing two very different styles is just unbelievable in my opinion. And I can show you a quick clip of that afterwards, so you can just hear how much her voice has really developed into a really, really nice coloratura opera singer. And if you'd like to hear more music by Hannah, I'm going to put a link to her channel in the description, so that you can also hear how great Hannah's repertoire is. She does one of the coolest girl in the world, Haley's favorite pieces, the Fire Aria by Maurice Ravel, which I've also reacted to before. Whoa. Nice C-sharp 6. Again, maybe I never told you this, but as blind people, we don't use sheet music, so we use octave numbers. What? Holy Mazzillo! No wonder you have a good vibrato. You can trill dexterously. In my experience, those sopranos who cannot trill will almost always guaranteed to have a wobble. Almost be guaranteed to have a wobble. So Hannah, you are just phenomenal. Pretty good, Hannah. Pretty good. Nice jump downwards there. Again, nice big jump downwards. other soprano I reacted to previous to this, Leah Krasilovskaia from Russia. I wonder if Leah's ever done that piece. Maybe if Leah hears this, she'll be inspired to maybe learn this piece. I haven't looked on Leah's channel to know if she does or not. That's a little sharp on that E, what octave number is that? E6. That's pretty sharp on those high notes. Pretty good vibrato there, I love it. Big jump is coming up soon. Again, most people, including the good colorateurs I've heard, only do it in 2 syllables or a breath in between, or they just pause between the notes. Hannah does it all, like I said, Hannah does it all in 1 syllable, which is like the biggest challenge for an opera singer I've ever heard. So get ready to be possibly scared with this jump, because those kind of jumps scare me. Here we go. See, I told you that was all in 1 syllable. But again, on that D6, that was pretty sharp. It was almost an E flat. Overall, that was really impressive, Hannah. Really impressive. Just a little, the only thing I could constructively give feedback on are just those sharp high notes in that 6 octave range. But that's pretty much it. You've got a hot vibrato. Proud of you for doing that jump in 1 syllable. I mean, barely anyone else I know of does that. I mean, the only person I know of who does that, ever heard that does that besides Hannah, is Starla Brooks. So yeah, that's basically Hannah Alfaro for you. And if you guys are new to this, feel free to hit like and subscribe, and definitely comment all you want. And whenever I think of something, or whenever somebody tells me to react to something else, I think that will be when I react to something else. So whenever I feel like reacting to something else, join me next time for episode 46 of the Blind Piper React series. So that's it. Have a good day, everybody.